Happy New Year, 2026. It is January 1st. Well, still technically January 1st in the US, but here in Asia, it's already January 2nd. But I realized I really love sort of nomading, or rather slowly hovering and settling into maybe two or three home bases here in Asia, because it feels like every special occasion you can celebrate it for 2 days in a prolonged way. It's like when I woke up, I'm like, great, I get to keep celebrating with my friends and family and contacts back in the US. So I'm just really loving it. I'm currently now, my gosh, I fell off. I thought I had,
Sorry. Ate, sorry about that. Ate, the
it's
girl that
okay.
she's talking.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm currently in a beautiful place right now. It's been a while since my last episode, especially solo episode. I've been really busy with some in-person really cool things, like being part of a spiritual art gallery, like hosting a women's ancestral healing and storytelling and creative writing retreat. And even right now, I'm so blessed to be able to film in such a beautiful background. Look at this. This is all the art, or some of the art from the gallery that I was in. I joined this year. I guess it's already 2026, but in 2025, I really felt it was the most expansive year, the most year of most growth, not without even realizing it. I guess I just looking back, I was like, wow, I have more energy to be trying new things and picking myself up. And it's like, regardless of whether they succeeded or failed or how they turned out, I was just so glad to have done it and to be proud of myself for doing it. And um, just ended up when reflecting on the year this year, I was like, wow, this might have been the year of the most firsts for me. So anyway, this is a beautiful home in Manila. I am now part of Heart Space, which was founded by a good friend of mine, Maya Banawa Songbird. She's a top 100 singer-songwriter in the Philippines and an art therapist, healer, and artist, as we call ourselves, healing in arts. All of us are healing and artists, and we came together and had such a beautiful gallery. Here she is.
The top 100 was a long time ago.
But still,
But it will eventually
yes,
again.
yeah, you're in the top 10 with your next release. Anyway, that was such an informal episode. Okay. It's all like this. Uncut, unfiltered. Uh,
That's a 2026.
yes, just be yourself is, and that's enough. And you don't need to be perfect in any way at all. But yeah, just like reflections for me. I won't rattle off all of the things I did in 2025, but definitely something I just never expected to get involved in. And then when I was invited to, I was like, sure, why not? It was kind of like something I had been mildly interested in or curious about. And it's just so cool to have been presented with such opportunities. One of them, for example, was a doing stand-up comedy. And I was like, what? Hate being on stage. I grew up hiding in the corner as an introvert, drawing. And even now, I still need my hermiting time, my cocooning time. Oh, by the way, did I mention Heart Space has 7 cats here? Cats are healers too. Look at them. How can you not? There's one down here too. Anyway, but anyway, it's just like something that I never thought, but I thought it could be cool, or I thought it could be a good growth experience. Because I want to do motivational speeches, TED Talks, keynote speeches for people, just sharing my story and my journey in hopes that it can inspire or motivate other people to also follow their hearts and at least find comfort that what they're struggling with, they're not alone in. So I just thought, well, why don't I try to be funny? And that's an added challenge. And after doing that hard thing, then the intermediate goal of just simply making a motivational speech would feel easier than before. And it did work. So, and I surprisingly enjoyed the stand-up comedy too. And I was like, I would do this again. And I realized, I guess, when you learn more and more about yourself, I'm just like, I really just love making people smile and laugh. I mean, like, that's why I'm a cartoonist. That's why I'm ridiculous. It's hard sometimes because I'm shy to show that on camera or in the content that I make. But when I'm with other people or when I'm just in person, it just naturally comes out. So I'm learning to just be more myself at all times. Like I didn't realize how much I was hindering myself before, but with every year we just peel off another layer, right? With every year we become even more of ourselves. And that's why I truly believe life does just keep getting better and better because we're always developing that resilience muscle, that self-trust muscle, that self being true to yourself, this authenticity muscle. It's like we don't betray ourselves anymore, or we notice it sooner and get ourselves out of it. And just so many ways that we keep growing, no matter what challenges come our way. And it's just been it's just been really wonderful leaning into that and like finding out more about myself with everything. Another unexpected thing that happened this year, well, a couple other things. Well, one other thing was like I'd always been interested in voice work. My dream is to still draw my own manga and have it made into an animated movie or series, and then getting to voice work one of the at least one of the characters. It'd be so fun because I had grown up watching anime that was dubbed over, and I'm like, these voice actors sound like they have no emotion. What the heck? Why? How do they hire them? I could do a better job. Just hire me. So I've been open to those kind of gigs, and I did get an offer this year. I'm doing one where I had to play someone pretty much really mean, almost like a bully. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I could do that, but it sounds like a good challenge to be someone different than how I usually am, I guess, or how I see myself. But like we all have the lights and dark parts of us. And I surprised myself. I was just like, okay, I guess I can have that kind of a dark side in me too. But then that there's nothing wrong with that. We all have that. And that's okay. It doesn't mean we're a bad person. It just means that we're human. And in contrast, getting to exercise that mean part of me made me realize, oh, it really helped my confidence in real life because I realized, oh, I still struggled sometimes with people pleasing and setting boundaries. And then I'm just like, my radar is so broken because what I consider to be mean actually is just normal for most people. I feel like my radar is set to like, ooh, overly taking the blame or responsibility or in any situation. And I'm just like, I don't need to be there anymore. I could just be centered within myself. I don't owe anyone anything. For example, some small thing that I noticed uh, with that playing out is that I'm a nomad and I have ever-changing plans, or sometimes I have spontaneous plans, and sometimes I invite people. Well, generally I invite everyone who wants to experience a cool place or some cool plans. But if someone joins me or changes their plans to join me, there's a part of me that feels like, ooh, I'm part of the reason that they changed their plans. And I feel almost like this, not obligation, that's a strong word, but just a little bit of the pressure to host them or look after them or take care of them. And then I'm like, no, people are adults. I don't need to be babysitting or just spending all of my time with somebody just because they um, came to join me on anything. And I realized that a past me would have never noticed that pattern or that tendency. And it just was so eye-opening this year, being able to catch myself in a lot of those old patterns and to say stop and choose something else, and or just look at it from different angles and look at it how other people might respond. Or yeah, it was just like so many lessons. I honestly I think that's also why I dropped off with all of this content creation. It was just like in life living. And I gave myself a week of vacation for reals because I realized, oh yeah, since really starting self-employment, never really fully took a full week off. And I'm like, deserve that after doing three back-to-back things. All right, it was a speaking gig. That's the third thing, all in the span of around November. Anyway, so and then yeah, so just a lot of play, a lot of spontaneous trips, but definitely like so much and so many ups and downs or repeating and revisiting some patterns that I thought I had healed already. But I realized each time that I revisit it, I have more tools, I have more strength, I have more energy, I have the ability to have a different take on it. And anyway, it's been so wonderful this year, truly. And there are a lot more things that happen too. Um, I'll have to, I don't want to take too long on this episode, but I started a Substack because I was feeling like I perhaps couldn't share fully. There were some things that I felt were too private to share, and someone told me, "You just make a Substack so that only certain VIP subscribers can see the real intricacies of some of the deeper parts of your life." So I'm like, "Okay, I will do that." So I'll drop the link here if you want to curious about all those other experiences, which included a 9-day long first date with another nomad who flew basically, yeah, to see me. Um, I wanted to say halfway around the world, but I guess he was already in Asia. But pretty much, but I have had experiences that I didn't share before about meeting people online, and literally, yeah, they flew halfway across the world to meet up and meet with me, and I think that's really cool and powerful. And I've met even couples who have gotten together for the long run, just starting off knowing each other online like that. And did you know there are even global dating sites like bumpy.com? My Airbnb host in Malaysia met his partner that way. He's from Argentina and she's from yeah, Asia somewhere. And it was just really cool. And I am continuing to build on that too, as matchmaking was one of my passions and something I wanted to offer to people. But I still feel like I gotta figure this out for myself first and have that success story before I can feel 100% confident helping match others. But I do have a little directory that you can join if you'd like by donation, and it just has screening questions. It includes a session to overcome or at least bring to light some of the things that might be blocking you from the partnership that you want, or sometimes that you think you may want. And anyway, and at the Nepal conference, someone even gave me a giveaway in making that website, the Nomads Matchmaking website. And I think I was so touched. That was so cool. And I want to be able to help other people too, especially if you're living an unconventional life. It's hard to find another weirdo, abnormie in a fun way. Um, as you. And sometimes it does help to join a certain group or directory or get specialized support in doing that. So yeah, and I noticed too, there are a lot of common patterns that could be blockages for people who like the novelty of traveling so much and switching places and communities, all of that. But yeah, that was one thing. And last thing, with serving the nomads, this year I also joined that nomads co-living for the first time, and I was invited back unexpectedly to be the community manager. And it really just everything I've experienced reflects back to me like what my strengths are. Wow, I'm good at organizing stuff and bringing people together. And the women's retreat was so amazing as well because it was part of that, part adventuring and also part personal development, workshopping, and part expressing, channeling your creativity into solid form, being a writing retreat and sharing your story in a powerful way. So just everything's coming together. And I'm wanting to host more of those, especially the in-person experiences, the trips together, a nomads co-living myself, So if you are interested in, I can help with the languages Mandarin and Japanese. So if you want to do a co-living in Japan, China, or Taiwan, hit me up, reach out to me in the comments or my website, drtooni.com/contact, or my email, drtooni@mail.com, not Gmail, mail.com. So that was a not the most succinct summary of 2025, but those were some of the highlights. And I truly hope that you also take the time, even just 10 minutes today, to greet the new year, to think about how your last year went, to think about what you want to do for the new year. It doesn't need to be anything different. Just be more of who you are, becoming more deeply rooted in who you are, developing that, what experiences you want to have. I also this year I read quite a few books, and the two that I felt were most powerful actually explained how science and neuroscience backs up a lot of the woo-woo manifestation techniques. And so now I'm totally a believer in that it really is important to rehearse things that you want to happen in your life so that you are better prepared for them. And so that you can actually recognize when that opportunity arises, and so that you don't unconsciously push it away just because it's unfamiliar or a foreign thing for you. Because that actually is a big reason for self-sabotage. And I think that's why um, it works for many people in that way. Anyway, I'm happy to share those books. Just email me if you would like, and we can chat about them. But definitely let me know if I can support you. There are some people who are asking me about doing more creative accountability work, creative consistency. I never thought I'd be yet another business coach or mentor or someone, but that is something that I can offer for people who want to be more consistent, more confident in birthing the things that are most meaningful to them, the dreams inside them. So I think that's a common human desire. That even if you feel like you don't have a specific calling or life purpose, there's just self-expression is so important. And we all have things within us that want to be brought out. That's it. And I believe everyone truly has something so unique to share in all of that. So if I could support you in any way with that, we have something like a prosperity membership that we could talk about. It can be lifelong. We can find ways to support you in a way that doesn't need to be a huge investment, just be that consistency that you need. Prosperity was something that was in the concept on prosperity came up with by Maya, and I illustrated the Oracle deck that we made for it. Let me see if I could just grab it quick here. Yeah, here it is. So it's things like this with the background, and the front page of the prosperity. Well, each one is a different kind of tree. It's a different word concept. It's for abundance blockage clearing, but more importantly, it's for inner child healing, which I realized that describes and defines a lot of my work, whether or not you had specifically tiger parents or any other kind of parent who put conditions on you, who failed to see you, who may have lacked the emotional maturity to really be there for you, attune to you, see you, hear you, make you feel safe. This is our way, many ways of supporting you so that you can reparent yourself, so that you can embody that, be there for yourself, feel whole and complete, tap into feeling so loved, realizing the miracle of life and how loved you are and how many blessings that you have in life. So I'll end it this episode by picking a card from our deck. Let's see. This one is Sovereign Tree. And you probably can't see the affirmations, but each card has one that might be suited for your day, your week, your month, your year, whatever resonates for you. And this affirmation says, I'm allowing myself to embody my power. I take my power back. I am not greater than anyone. I know and found who I am as I am, and I'm grateful and beyond. So there are a lot more of these in this deck. If you're interested in the deck, let me know. We're selling them virtually, the e-deck version. If you're afar or if you'd like it to be shipped to you, we can do that too. So have a wonderful, wonderful start to your year. It's January 1st. And wow, I think I just missed the cutoff. Darn it. I think this episode will be published because it's past midnight now, on the East Coast time of my computer, but still not yet the end of the new year in the West Coast. Anyways, love you all. I hope you have a wonderful new year. And there's another new year coming for the Lunar New Year too. So this is almost one of the new years, a new way to slowly ease into the new you. I read in different books, I don't know what's actually true yet. I have to do more research on it. One of them says that all of our body cells shed and turn over, the skin cells change every 7 years. And another source said every 11 months. Like that's a huge difference in that. But the point is that literally our cells do shed and renew and keep changing. So it is entirely possible, no matter how stuck you feel in your patterns, in traumas, and other things that you've been through, it is always possible to change and have breakthroughs and be more of the person you long to become and that you know that you're capable of becoming deep down. So we're here for you. In case no one's told you this today, I love you. You are loved. You are safe. You're worthy. You are already a success just by being alive and existing. It takes so much to adult and keep yourself alive. And truly, you're always going to be successful. So don't put so much pressure on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Anything else you choose to do with your time is just bonus. It's just icing on the cake or the cherry on top. You have everything. And all of us have so many blessings. Have a wonderful new year.